Oodalolly, my swell footfappers. My name is Benny Hill and today I am here to explain why I declined playing the part of Dr. Frankenfurter from the super smashing 70s sci-fi musical The Rocky Horror Picture Show. The year was 1975, and I was doing some mild success with the Benny Hill Show, but then I read an article in the newspaper about an upcoming film adaptation of the popular stage musical, and read that they were looking for a part for one of the main characters. And I thought that maybe I could get more widely recognized by starring in a musical play-inspired film. So, I headed down to the studio and director Richard O'Brien, who plays a part in the movie by the way, saw me and told me how he was such a big fan of the Benny Hill Show, and I was like, wow, seriously, you're a fan? And he says, hells yeah, I'm a fan. Anyways, a role just opened up for a character and I personally think it would be quite smashing if someone of your talent would play the part, and I said bugger, sign me up. And that's how I got the part of Dr. Frankenfurter, an eccentric scientist from outer space who creates a man for his own lust. But anyways, let's get to the part which I'm sure a lot of you came here for, the list of changes to the film that were ultimately rejected or more or less downplayed in the film's final print. There was the opening sequence, in where actress Patricia Quinn, who also plays a part in the movie, had a close-up of her lips singing the film's theme song which consisted of various B-movie references. I wanted to alter the opening sequence, where instead of a pair of lips, she actually puts her sexy, smooth-looking bare feet up to the scene and sings about the wonders of pedophilia. Although O'Brien thought that the idea of such a morbid concept was quite smashing, he thought that it was completely irrelevant from the rest of the film. Next, there was my introduction in the scene, where I start singing about how much of a sweet transvestite I am. I wanted to improve the scene by having the characters Magenta and Columbia giving me soul scrubs and a foot job while I sing. Bugger, yes, that would have been smashing. Then there was the scene where my character creates and introduces the title character, Rocky Horror. The first thing he does is sing a depressing song and the doctor would chase him down. I wanted to add a scene in where the doctor catches him and starts worshipping his feet like tastes like chicken bugger. That was smashing. They compromised the scene by letting me nibble on his ankle while I chase him down the hall. Next there was the scene which introduced the character Eddie, played by the sexy stud Meatloaf. In this scene, Eddie would come out of nowhere and crash the good doctor's party, and in turn the doctor would take a pickaxe and kill Eddie. I wanted to add a lighter side to the good doctor's character by having him pounce on top of Eddie and sodomize his sexy, smooth-looking bare feet like a You were once obsessed with rock and roll porn and the motorbike, but soon you'll be obsessed with my massive boner ramming between your sexy feet. Using your saxophone as a dildo. Now you rub your sexy feet in my super duper hard boner. Get ready for opportunity to bless your souls like bugger. That was smashing. Next there was the scene where the doctor makes love to both Brad and Janet, and aside from wanting to sodomize their petal innocence, there was also the scene that followed, in where the henchmen attack Rocky with dogs, and while tending to his wounds, Janet becomes attracted to the sexy stud, and she, along with Magenta and Columbia, who are watching the whole thing, break into another musical number. I of course wanted to add some pedophilic action by having Janet give a sensational soul scrub and smear her sexy feet in Rocky's face, and the scent of her pedal perfection will put him in a horny rampage and will start raping her feet like a starved Rottweiler like a touch me. I want to be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Down, down, down. Bugger. That was smashing. Finally, there was the scene's epic finale, in where the good doctor sets a floor show for all the characters to perform. I wanted to make the grand finale special by having all the characters engage in a super smashing awesome mega stomp foot orgy in the history of podophilia in the silver screen. Like a I'm just a sweet podophilia from transsexual swell Sylvania. Damn it, Janet. In just 7 days, I can make you a man. I'm a hot dog. All of you rub your sexy feet in my super duper hard boner. Let's do the time warp again. Bugger. That was smashing. That's how I wanted the movie to end, but I read the script and found out that my character, as well as Columbia and Rocky, get killed off at the end of the film by Riff Raff and Magenta. Finding this out, I screamed like no. I stormed over to that bloody wanker Richard O'Brien and said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And he says, "Is there something wrong, Mr. Hill?" I angrily say, "Yes, there is something wrong, you fucking asshole. I can't believe you would kill off my character." And he says, "Well, yeah, I mean you're the main villain. I thought you knew you'd get killed off." And I say, "No, I didn't, and I can't believe you would actually get rid of the best character in the whole film. How fucking dare you?" And he says, "Well, how can you have a main villain in a movie and not have said villain pay for his evil deeds? I mean, come on, he killed Eddie." And I say, "I don't fucking care. Couldn't you please make it so that the good doctor spared Eddie's life and lets him join everyone in the super smashing mega stomp foot orgy like I originally wanted?" And he will say, "Hell no, I told you that I am not going with your crazy suggestions, you sick fuck. Get the fuck out, you're fired." And I say, "Fine, if my character isn't going to live through the film, then I won't be in the film at all. I'm fucking out of here, but not before I show you the true definition of a sick fuck. Like a bugger." That was smashing. And that's how I was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And even though the movie ended up being quite smashing, I will still never forgive Richard O'Brien for killing off my character. Cheerio, my fellow foot thumpers.